Hello students, welcome back to this new session. In this session, I am continuing with the new topic of the same module, that is harmonic conjugates. If f of z is equal to u plus iv is an analytical function, then we have already proved one of the properties of an analytic function. What is that? If f of z is analytic, then the real and imaginary parts are harmonic. We have already proved this property. That same thing I have written here. If f of z is equal to u plus iv is an analytic function, then u and v are harmonic functions, we already know as per the property. Then we say that u and v are harmonic conjugates of each other. That is, in a simple way, if I say, if you are having any analytic function, then it is understood that they are harmonic. The real and imaginary parts are harmonic, and once that is there, then we call that u is a harmonic conjugate of v and v is a harmonic conjugate of u. Okay, this is how we take them. Okay, now there are certain problems based on this topic. I just want to continue directly with the problems. Okay, there is not much theory on this. Only thing is that if you just understand how to work with the problem, it will be easy for you. Okay, so let's start with one problem based on this topic, that is harmonic conjugates. Okay, given any once again, you will be either given with the real part or the imaginary part, and you will be asked to prove that it is harmonic first. Then hence find its harmonic conjugate, and hence the analytical function f of z. They may ask you like that. So in that case, how will you solve such a problem? Let's see how to work with that type of problems. Okay, here is one problem for you. If example one on this, if so here is one problem. If u is equal to e to power x, x into cos y minus y sin y, show that u is harmonic and hence find the harmonic conjugate of u and the analytical function f of z. Analytical function f of z is equal to u plus iv. Okay, let us find that. Means you have to work for proving u is harmonic first. Okay, that is, you have to prove dou square u by dou x square plus dou square u by dou y square is equal to 0. Hence we can show that it is harmonic. After that, find the harmonic conjugate of u, that is, find for v, because I told you in my theory here, if f of z is equal to u plus iv is an analytical function, then u is called the harmonic conjugate of v and v is also called the harmonic conjugate of u. So here u is given to you and you have been asked to work for v, that is the harmonic conjugate of u. Okay, then you have to work for v and also find the analytical function f of z is equal to u plus iv. Let's work for the solution and understand how to work for this problem. Okay, solution. Cover this problem. Yeah, yes, this is proper. Okay, the solution. As you see, we have to first prove that u is harmonic. So let us work for dou u by dou x first. What is dou u by dou x? It is e to power x, derivative is e to power x, the bracket as it is. You have to use u into v rule here. All of you take a pen and a paper and start working for the problem with me. Okay, so e to power x as it is, the bracket, e to power x derivative is e to power x, the bracket as it is, plus this time e to the power x as it is, differentiate the bracket. You are just using u into v rule. Derivative of x is 1, cos y as it is, minus y sin y, there is no x, no need to differentiate, you end up here. Okay, now I want dou square u by dou x square. Dou square u by dou x square. Okay, so either you can simplify and solve it, or else directly I am doing it because it is e to the power x. Now let us differentiate this. I'm not simplifying it, I'm directly differentiating now. Once again, you have to apply u into v rule to this. E to power x derivative is e to power x, x cos y minus y sin y, plus e to power x as it is. I am still differentiating the first term. I have not touched yet this term. So now e to power x as it is, derivative of the bracket, it is only cos y. This is what you get. Plus Now I have to differentiate this term. Derivative of e to power x is e to power x cos y as it is. Okay. Now further if you simplify, you will have e to power x, x cos y minus y sin y plus 2 times e to power x cos y. This is what you get. Okay. Call this as equation 1. Next, go for dou u by dou y. Derivative of u with respect to y. Now, for derivative of u with respect to y, e to power x is independent of y. So keep it as it is. Only differentiate the bracket. X as it is, derivative of cos y is minus sin y minus derivative of y sin y with respect to y will be derivative of y first, so it will be 1 sin y as it is, again a minus sin y as it is, derivative of sin y, it is cos y. This is the derivative of u with respect to y. Now let us continue it with the derivative of u with respect to y once again, which is dou square u by dou y square. Once again e to the power x as it is, only differentiate the bracket with respect to y. Okay, so you get this as minus x cos y minus x as it is, derivative of sin y cos y minus derivative of sin y again, which is cos y, minus derivative of y1 cos y as it is, minus y as it is, derivative of cos y is minus sin y, so make it plus sin y sin y. Complete this. Okay, this is what you get. Now, if you further simplify this, it will be e to the power x minus x cos y minus 2 times cos y plus y sin y. This is equation 2. Now, I just want to rewrite my equation 1 so as to make you clear. Look at this. From these two terms, I can take e to power x common. E to power x common. Look at that. X cos y minus y sin y plus 2 into cos y, complete the bracket. Okay, just look at this term. Okay, now compare it. This is your equation already 1. Okay, compare it with the equation 2. Every term, whichever is there in equation 1, in equation 2, it is having a negative sign. Same terms are there, but they have opposite signs. So what do you mean by that? If you add them, won't you get 0? What is the addition of equation 1 plus equation 2? Dou square u by dou x square plus dou square u by dou y square will be equal to 0, because all the terms present in equation 1 and equation 2, they are all same, but they have opposite signs. So if you add them, the addition will be 0. This implies what? U is harmonic. U is harmonic. Now once you have proved that U is harmonic, the second part of this example is working for its harmonic conjugate and then the analytical function. That part is very easy and very simple. For that you have to pay more attention. This is at least very easy. You will have already studied it before in my previous problems. That's not that difficult, but when it comes to working for an harmonic conjugate, there you have to pay more attention. So all of you pay more attention, then you can solve it on your own later when I complete this problem. Okay, 1 minute. Continue with the further work of finding the harmonic conjugate of U. Okay, already the analytical function what we need, it should satisfy the CR equations. Once again you have to consider the CR equations here. Okay, to find our V, we will consider the CR equations. Now you already know the dou U by dou X is equal to, write your CR equations, it will be dou V by dou Y, and dou U by dou Y is equal to minus dou V by dou X. If it is so, already we have dou U by dou X with us. So it can be taken it as dou V by dou Y as per CR equations. Right here by CR equations. Okay. So now I can write the equation, the above equation, as dou V by dou Y is equals to e to the power x common x cos y minus y sin y plus cos y. This is dou V by dou Y. Similarly, I can also write dou V by dou X is equal to, see, I can write the equation 2, that is the CR equation, second CR equation, as dou V by dou X is equal to minus dou U by dou Y. Okay, so it will be minus dou U by dou Y. Okay, so what should be dou V by dou X then? It will be minus minus e to the power x minus x sin y minus y cos y minus sin y. You can take minus sign common throughout and it will multiply with the outside minus sign. It will become plus. So you have e to power x x sin y plus y cos y minus sin y minus, I'll make it proper here so that it should fit in just, okay, e to the power x x sin y minus y cos y, sorry, plus sin y. I hope, yes. Okay, this is what you get for dou u by dou v by dou y and dou v by dou x. Now the point is how to find it without using Milne-Thomson's method. You are not using Milne-Thomson's method here, okay? So here what you will do is you will consider dou v by dou x first, dou v by dou x first. For instance, I will consider. What is dou v by dou x? Dou v by dou x, you have got it to be e to the power x. Let me write it once again for you. Yes, let us write it. Okay, what is dou v by dou x actually? Dou v by dou x is the partial derivative of v with respect to x alone, treating y constant. Treating y constant, you had the derivative of v with respect to x is dou v by dou x, is it? Now if I integrate this with respect to x, don't I get back my v? Now while I am integrating also, I must treat y as constant and integrate it. Is it not? Because while differentiating partially with respect to x, I treated y constant and differentiated it. Is it not? If I want to go back to my v, I should integrate it with respect to x, treating once again y constant. Okay. So what is that? Now what I will do? Integrating this with respect to x, I will say. Integrating this with respect to x. Okay, so with respect to x, if I am integrating, derivative of v with respect to x we are having on the left hand side, so its simple integration will be v. Okay, now integration of e to the power x sin y plus y cos y plus sin y into dx, because we are integrating with respect to x, plus you should write an arbitrary constant, and normally you write the arbitrary constant when you integrate it this. Now since I am integrating only with respect to x, treating y constant, it means I cannot write any arbitrary constant. I must write a function of y as constant. So I will write it as f of y. Instead of writing arbitrary constant, make a note, you should write a function of y, because you are treating y constant. So any term which is in terms of y independent of x, you directly considered its derivative to be 0 or no in the beginning while you were differentiating. Suppose you are differentiating with respect to x partially, and if there is a term which is only depending on y, so what you will do for that term, you consider directly the derivative of that term with respect to x partially 0. Is it not? So yes, to make an account of those missing terms of y, we associate, instead of any arbitrary constant while integrating with respect to x, treating y constant, we associate a function of y as constant. I hope the point is clear to you. Okay, so yes, so what you have to do? First, you know already what is dou u by dou y, what is dou u by dou x. Now by CR equations, we wrote all this. So that by CR equations, I get dou v by dou y and dou v by dou x. So I am just considering first dou v by dou x. Actually, what is dou v by dou x? Dou v by dou x is the derivative of v with respect to x partially, treating y constant. So now what I am doing, I want to get back my v. So I have to simply integrate it with respect to x, treating y constant this time again. Now since I am treating y constant, instead of writing any arbitrary function of constant, we have to write an arbitrary function of y. So it's an arbitrary function to make an account of those terms where we consider the derivative with respect to x partially 0. Okay, later how to find this f of y, I'll show you. Okay, so I hope this point is clear. Now let us integrate the term which is inside the integral sign. Now sin y is anyway constant, so let us take this e to power x inside and integrate it. So it is e to power x sin y plus e to power x y cos y plus e to power x sin y, this into dx. Now you are treating everywhere y constant. So sin y is constant here, y cos y is constant, here again sin y is constant. Okay, now we have to integrate this. How do we integrate this? First sin y outside because it is constant. Integration of e to power x x dx. Can I write it like this? Plus y cos y outside because it is constant for me. Integration of e to power x dx. I am separating the terms now. Plus sin y as it is. Integration of e to power x dx. Plus some constant arbitrary function of y you have here. Okay, I hope the point is clear up till here. Okay, now this is equal to sin y as it is. Now this you know how to integrate by Bernoulli's rule. Okay, yes, this is vanishing, so this is u, this is v. Okay, so first x as it is, integration of v, it is e to the power x minus integration of again e to power x, it is e to power x, derivative of x 1. You are done with the integration for the first term. Okay, plus y cos y as it is. E to power x integration is e to power x because no further terms are there. Plus sin y as it is. E to power x f of y plus f of y. This is what you get. Now let me further simplify this. You are getting e to power x into e to power x minus e to power x into sin y. So let me separate and write it. X into e to power x sin y minus e to power x sin y plus e to power x y cos y plus e to power x sin y plus an arbitrary function of y. Okay, now you see that this term and this term is getting cancelled. So you have x into e to power x sin y plus e to power x y cos y plus an arbitrary function of y. Okay, so this is the solution for v for the first part of the equation, this part. Now the same work we are going to do for dou v by dou y. Okay, so what do we have as dou v by dou y? Call this as equation 3 now. We have got dou v by dou y is equal to this. Okay, this time we have to integrate it with respect to y. Yes, to get back my v, what should I do? I have to consider dou v by dou y. Yes, I'll write dou v by dou y here and then consider it. Dou v by dou y is e to the power x cos y minus y sin y plus cos y plus y. Yes, this is your dou v by dou y, is it? Now to get back my v, I should integrate with respect to y, treating x constant. Like whatever we have done before with dou v by dou x, I should do it with dou v by dou y, treating x constant in style, and instead of writing any arbitrary constant, I should write an arbitrary function of x this time. Okay, so make a note of all that. So now we will be on integrating, I'll write on integrating with respect to y. With respect to y, you get v is equal to under integral sign e to power x cos y minus y sin y plus cos y dy plus some arbitrary function of x, which is I'm writing it as g of x. Okay, now let us integrate this. It will be under integral sign because x is constant. I can take e to power x outside. Okay, under integral sign x cos y minus, okay, let me separate the terms as well, dy minus under integral sign y sin y dy plus under integral sign cos y dy plus a function of x, arbitrary function of x, g of x. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. Now e to power x outside again, please make a complete square bracket here. Okay, e to power x still is outside. I hope it is seen there. Okay, now take a square bracket again. Now x as it is, integration of cos y is sin y. Okay, minus, you have to use u into v rule here again. So I am taking a small bracket. First y as it is, integration of sin y, it is minus cos y. Okay, minus derivative of y 1, integration of minus cos y is minus sin y. So I'm going to take a big bracket for this. Okay, make a note. So here this is u, This is v because this will vanish after first derivative. Okay, so it will be y as it is, integration of sin y minus cos y. Okay, minus derivative of y 1, integration of minus cos y minus sin y using Bernoulli's rule. I have already taught this in my previous videos, Bernoulli's rule. Okay, please make a note of that as well. What is integration of cos y again? Sin y. Complete the square bracket, write g of x over here. Okay, now for further part, I'll just continuing the first part of that. Okay, now you have to do is, yes, what you have to do is minus of minus plus y cos y, you get minus, minus, minus and minus, 3 negative signs, so you get minus again. Okay, so see which all terms get cancelled here. I think sin y and sin y will get cancelled. You will have 2 terms plus a function of x. Okay, just simplify it. I shall be doing it here on the top of the board. Just here on simplifying, your v will be the second part of v. You are getting it as in the form v is equal to e to power x into e to power x sin y. Now plus sin y minus sin y, as I told you, it will get cancelled. You get cancelled it. Then plus y into e to power x cos y plus a function of x, an arbitrary function of x, say g of x. Call this as equation 4 for you. Now you had equation 3 saying v what? We have written it here already. I'll rewrite it here for you. It was x into e to power x sin y. Please make a note. What we have? Plus e to power x into y cos y plus f of y. This was equation 3. Now compare equation 3 and equation 4. The terms in equation 3 and equation 4 are almost, exactly same except this g of x and f of y. Now you have to see, to work for g of x, you have to see the equation 3, and to work for f of y, you are going to see the equation 4. Okay, so how do you check to work for f of y? To work for f of y, you see the equation 4. See the equation 4. The next solution. This was equation 3. To get the equation, to get the value for f of y, see the equation, next solution of v. How you should see it? F of y means completely a function of y. There should not be x at all in that term. In the term, you are going to see the term in this equation 4, a term which is completely in terms of y, independent of x. Is there any term which is independent of x in v of equation 4? See here, x into e to power x, so there is x, you cannot consider that. E to power x is also here, you cannot consider that. G of x is completely a function of x, so even you cannot consider that. It means what? Your f of y is 0. Similarly, to work for g of x, you are going to see in equation 3. In equation 3, okay? So a term which is completely depending on x, independent of y. Is any term in equation 3 independent of y? Look at this. This is at least completely a function of y. You cannot consider it. There is y here, there is y here. So there are no terms which are independent of y. So therefore, what should be g of x? It should also be 0. Okay. Hence, we have worked for v. V finally should be x into e to power x sin y plus y into e to power x cos y. This is the harmonic conjugate which is required for our problem. Okay. So, this is the solution for our harmonic conjugate. Now, let us construct the analytical function f of z. Okay. To construct that f of z, you just have to consider f of z is equal to u plus iv. You had got your u already, which was given in the question itself. V you have found already, substituted, you get your analytical function. Okay. So what was our u? U was e to the power x, x cos y minus y sin y plus the value for v is x into e to the power x sin y plus y into e to the power x cos y. Yes, to construct the analytical function f of z, you have to consider f of z is equal to u plus iv, so that it will be, you write the solution for u already it was given to you, okay, plus I into the solution for v, we have already got it, okay. So write it as it is. Then to get that in the form of z, okay, you can simplify and write it as well, or else there is another way. Write x is equal to z and y is equal to 0, like we had done in Milne-Thomson's method. The same step you can do here. So you get f of z is equal to directly e to the power z cos 0 is 1, sin 0 is 0, y is also 0, so you won't get any other term here. Here y is 0, so sin 0 is 0, again y is 0, this term is also 0. So only get z into e to power z. This is the complete solution or the analytic function required in our example. Okay, I hope this is clear to all of you. If you still have any doubts, you can always ask me on our WhatsApp group. Okay, let's continue in my next session. Till then, thank you.